All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. It's coming to you another great Curse of Strahd D&D session with our wayward adventurers as they battle their way through the arduous lands of Barovia. Some of them finding love in the most unusual spots, whether they like it or not. Others finding new and ingenious ways to create new characters. And still some just trying to hold on to the honor of not dying yet, which is few and far between. So, wow. So welcome, guys. Hopefully everybody's had a good week. Now's all the time to go tell all your friends that we are live and streaming and that this is their chance to participate in the fun that we are surely going to have tonight. I'm excited. You're excited. We're all excited. Oh my. And there's Ryan himself. Hi, Ryan. Wave to the camera. That nice, wonderful side profile. I love the side profile we always get of Ryan. It's always very dramatic.
Yeah, that's right. I don't have any ability to put it like looking at me.
We've got the cooking cam going on for Ken.
Profile.
Ken turned off the cooking cam. I'm kind of sad. Oh well, it was there for a minute. All right, so wow, let's talk about this evening. What happened last game? Who wants to go first? It was such an exciting session. You guys, as I recall, got to hang out with STRAHD a little bit. That was fun, right? No? Not so much? No, nobody wants to give us the recap? Come on.
I feel like Ryan should get the recap, since he's the most in know of all things that happened.
I feel like we should at least give him the honor since, you know, he was the one that retired yet another character. So.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, my plan is to basically... you're echoing pretty bad, Micah.
I'll try to fix that here in just a second.
Oh my god, is that Jet?
Yep, Jet's back. Jet is back. The Jet dog. Back. Anyway, so Ryan, lay it on us.
But yeah, my plan is to just still kind of echoing, but I can talk through it to a degree. My plan is just to like create and just release a bunch of Pokemon-like characters into Barovia, and then make Micah just keep track of what they're doing the whole time. I'm just gonna assemble an army of heroes in Barovia and just release them into the wild.
All mini Ryans released randomly into
the wild.
I have to track.
Yes, exactly.
Doing pretty good so far. I mean, your last character.
Music's overpowering.
Yeah. You've replaced the echo with really loud music.
Oh, sorry. There, that should fix that
part. So in the last session, if I remember correctly, the Abbot and Drazad reincarnated a flesh golem to be used as Strahd's bride. This did not please Strahd for some reason.
Seemed logical.
And yeah, I mean, honestly, it seemed like a good idea at the time. And so then we kind of had to end things with Drazad because he became the Abbot's friend and less of the party's friend because the Abbot was given strict orders to dispose of the party. I'm trying to remember what else happened. It was a while ago. And does anyone remember what else happened before in that session?
We were arguing over, yeah.
Irina. The fight for Irina, yeah.
The fight for Irina.
Yeah, so we had a little bit of contention in the last session as well because there were some that wanted to allow Irina the honor of offing herself so as to not be Strahd's wonderful wife. And there's some that said, well, if she dies, then probably everyone else is going to die. And so there was a little bit of an inter-party conflict, but in the end, Strahd won out and received a gift of Irina, and then kind of just up and left.
I'm so very happy to have her back. I mean, after all, it was so nice of you guys to arrange for her return.
we do what we can.
I mean, I bet when you go to dinner, he's gonna have a special place in his heart for all of you now.
Micah, I don't know. I could turn you up, but you're like really quiet now. I don't know if that's impacting what you're trying to do stream wise though.
How about now? Better now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot better.
Okay. Trying to find that right balance between echo and not echo and craziness, so it's all right. Every day's a new adventure. Okay, so we found, I think that you guys were, the abbot gave you guys, instead of saying he was just going to murder you outright, if I recall, he said, don't let the sun go down on you, more or less. 2 hours to get the heck out of town. And that is essentially where we left things, right? Oh, at the
we were preparing wagons. We had just started to leave town.
Okay. And it's anybody have any questions or comments they want to make or bets they want to place as far as how they think the game's going to go tonight before we get started? So I'll do my normal. We'll go around the room, and you'll say hi, introduce your character name, and then what is your goal for the evening, or what your character would say as far as what's going to happen this evening. Your general mood of your character. That's what I'm looking for. So first we will go to, because Bruin's video is cycling, so I can't do a close-up. We'll go to Ryan's to be named character soon, as he's gotten used to. You'll be first. So lay it on us there, buddy.
My new character, no one has met yet, and I guess his motto for today is looking for friends.
Aww, I feel like I should just give you a big hug right now. Alright, so now we're going to go to Bruin. Introduce your character, or excuse me. One day I'll get this intro right. We'll go to Dave, who's going to introduce his character and his character's mantra for today.
So yes, I'm Dave. I played Bruin Boozebeard, the Dwarven fighter. His quote for today is going to be, question party members and try to get them all on the same page to avoid previous happenstances again.
You look really convinced that you're going to be able to pull that off, and good luck to you.
I'm not convinced I'm going to pull it off, but you got to try something at this point.
All right, now we're going to go to Ken. Ken, lay it on us, buddy.
Alrighty. Zudan is not so much disappointed that it didn't work, because he pretty much was confident it wasn't going to. But he is still seeking a solution to the never-ending problem that is STRAHD controls everything in this land, and therefore everything in this land is his. So good luck in finding a weakness. That's our job.
I would say if you choose to accept it, but we're well past that, I think.
Yeah, we're well past the choose to accept. In fact, we never got the choice to accept.
Never
so.
really got to. You walked into a place, the fog surrounded you, and now here you go.
And then we were lost. The end.
The end. Jason, lay it on us.
I'm playing Lucian, the half-orc barbarian, and the quote today is, "There's no place like home."
Who's home?
Anywhere that's not Barovia.
Ah. Good luck with that.
Right?
Yeah. Catherine, love struck as it is. Lay it on us.
No.
No.
Okay, no.
Oh,
I play. Yeah, I play Nyla, the elf paladin, and I guess today's phrase is just very mission oriented. Just mission oriented to get just anger, and then just anger noises. So
Just anger.
Just anger, just raw hatred, anger.
Ryan, what does that sound like?
Yeah, right. What does anger sound like? Welcome to the stream, Endless. Glad you're here and joining us. And then we'll talk about a little bit what's about going on tonight, so that you guys can log in and listen and tell all your friends, because our players really love to be heckled as they play. and I love it even more. So Will, I don't want to leave you out. You're the man, the mission. You're here. I like your shirt. Lay it on us, buddy.
Hi, I'm Will. I play Khazard, the Mountain Dwarf Paladin. Today's phrase is New Moon.
New Moon. All right, what's behind that?
Twilight New Moon.
What's that?
I said Twilight New Moon.
Oh gosh.
Well, new as in new party member, and moon as in I think Ryan was going to go with a moon character instead of a sun character.
We'll see.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I think everybody should take a guess, and listeners or watchers at home, everybody. So, Ryan's had this. How do you say it? Ryan's had this problem. No, not problem. Ryan's been known to have these characters that are over the top, super energetic. Dare I say a little annoying to every bit. Let's just take a straw poll here. Let me go to the wide cam so everybody can see. Let's take a straw. Wait till I ask the question, Catherine. Let's take a straw poll. Ken's camera hopefully will come back. The question is, how many of your characters have had that momentary thought that you should kill not just one of Ryan's characters, but pretty much every character Ryan's played so far? Show of hands. I know as the DM, I've done that pretty much. Yeah.
Well, I wasn't mad at Pact.
And here's Ryan's
Yeah,
character.
Pact is the only one. Pact is the only one I didn't consider killing at some point. So can't say I wanted to kill all of his characters.
I'm sure if Ken's video is on, he probably had 2 hands up, maybe 3, but there it is. But yeah, so Ryan's been known to have characters that he likes to play to the extreme. They have some use, I'm sure, to the party. But anyway, he's playing a new character today, and it'll be kind of interesting. So the viewer count is keep going up. I really appreciate everybody for tuning in and watching today. Go tell all your friends to watch. Now, this is an interactive stream session, and what I mean by that is you participating is really important to our players. It's important to our game. So as we're playing along, if you feel like you have a suggestion on something that should happen, if you want to just give the players or me crap about why did you choose to do that, that was totally stupid, all fun. Just remember that it's fair game, and this group of players are probably some of the wittiest that I've ever had, some of the most enjoyable to play with. So just know if you start being a smart aleck in the chat that you're likely to get some smart aleck responses. So play along, let's have some fun. Okay, who's ready to start playing? Even though Will was looking at Steam, which was fine. I like Steam.
It restarted. Let me exit those programs.
All right, here we go. You guys ready? And
as ready as we're gonna be.
I forgot probably one of the most important things that we do and have to start with every game.
What was that?
I apologize. Hold on just a second. Stand by.
We have to play the music.
Is it dramatic music?
That's
It's
right.
like the intro to Curse of Strahd.
Yeah, hold on. We gotta have it, otherwise this is no good, right? Stand by. Wait for it. Cue music.
Standing by.
Welcome, adventurers, to another session of Curse of Strahd. I am your humble narrator for this evening, Nightmare. And welcome to Barovia, where, strangely enough, every day is like a nightmare. In fact, this evening, you are coming down from the Abbey, where you were so pleasant to meet the Lord of the Land, Strahd himself, who was so happy to relieve you of the extra baggage of Irina and take her home to a safe place and ensure that she finds happiness from this day forward. At least, that's what you could tell yourself for damning an innocent young woman to the eternal depths of hell in the clutches of Baron von Strahd. But, who am I to say anything? I'm but a simple narrator, after all. And so now, As your welcome has officially run its course in Kresik, you find yourself surrounded by all of the townspeople in a scene of chaos and mayhem. The town, frightened by what has happened at the Abbey, is packing up their meager belongings as quickly as they can and fleeing what used to be known as the safe haven of Kresik. No more is it untouched by the finger of STRAHD. No more is it safe from the peering eyes and the finger of the man who says he is the land himself. You find yourself preparing a wagon that you used before with your humble belongings, packing up in the sea of other people as you begin your trek to leave Kresik. But where will you go? What will you do? Inquiring minds and our adventurer and our listeners at home want to know. Now we go to you, brave adventurers, for the rest of the story.
So I believe our plan was to go back to the winery.
Yep.
That's how I remember.
Allow me to pull up the wonderful, exciting lands of Barovia map for you guys, because I know that all of you guys love every time you set on the road, it's always an adventure, right?
Always.
What are you doing? Jet's being a knucklehead. Ladies and gentlemen, Jet the dog. She's a good dog. Roll20 should fix this eventually. It's not very nice. I wish I had a hot button that I could just force the player view to a particular map. But there's not. I have to drag it. Unless somebody knows how to do that. And here we are in Barovia. Dun dun dun. Okay.
Well, the Baron fled, right?
Oh yeah.
Or the Burgermeister.
Burgermeister and his wife were one of the first ones out of there. They weren't dinking around, so to speak.
And we were grabbing the wagon with barrels to take back to the wine, because originally we had it from Kresik.
Yep.
No, Valakai.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep.
Yep.
So the winery's under stop anyway. We're just being forced there earlier than we planned.
And hey, it's not straight up running if we're going there for an important reason.
It's not straight up fleeing if, okay, I can get behind that.
That's what Nyla whispers to her ancestral story. It's like, no, it's fine. No, we're not. I'm not just running. It's fine.
We're not fleeing, we're questing in the opposite direction.
Okay, as you guys are setting out on the road, headed back, and of course you're not alone. There is a sea of people, the downtrodden, around you, all looking like that they're heading towards the general direction of Valakai at this point. Because, well, where else is there to go in Barovia? They can't go west. And the nearest place of safety is there. And many of them look scared for their lives. You know, it's nighttime, which is usually not the right time to be out and about. And you are, you're coming across, and you're walking through. Sorry, you're walking, you know, with the wagon and the horses, kind of heading back towards the winery. And as you get to a particular location, stand by. You travel for a while. And as you get to the bridge, you notice that there's a man kind of off to the side of the bridge here. And you guys remember it kind of had those tall pedestals, and there was all kind of interesting things. But you notice that there is a man there that is, he appears to be selling information to passerbys, you know, kind of, this is the safe route, here's the quick scribbled map, follow this and you won't be injured. He's basically providing information about the land to passerbyers, because many of the people who are leaving never set foot really outside of the general area of Krezk. And so he appears to have hastily made maps. He seems to be, just like they're providing valuable information to the people that are trying to flee for their lives. And I'll let Ryan describe what he looks like, because I have no idea.
All right, Micah, the music's still kind of loud.
I'm pulling it down.
All right, well, the guy that's giving information is wearing some very strange clothing, including a particularly tall top hat covered in patches. Seemingly, like the clothes are very well made, almost aristocratic looking, but from but look like they're really old. Like it's a really old-fashioned sense that hasn't been updated. It's covered in patches. He's wearing a monocle. It's kind of cracked, and he's interacting in a manner with a lot of the people that are coming as if he already knew them.
I wonder if that fella has any information that could actually be useful.
The guy handing out maps? Or handouts?
No, the one in the weird top hat. Oh, I guess he is handing out maps.
Just another strange character. Seen one, you've seen them all.
Yeah, Barovia is full of interesting people.
Hey, Ryan, how tall is that top hat?
I did not write that down. Let's say it's like a foot tall. Or not, I'm sorry, not a foot, like a foot and a half. I don't know, how tall are regular top hats? I have no idea.
Regular top hats, as in like the ones you wear with a tuxedo?
Sure. Let's just say 2 times longer than a regular top hat that you might see.
It's a really tall top hat.
It's a really tall top hat.
Okay. Oh, if that hat gets any larger, it'll be a chimney. You can hide a lot of things in that hat.
Yeah, I wonder, what's under that hat?
I wonder if a bigger hat means he's smarter. I wonder if there's a pet in that hat. Wonder why there's patches.
Probably because they couldn't afford to buy a new one when it's got a hole in it. Just guessing.
I knew a guy once, Pat. Found it off a dead work.
Looks a little shady to me.
Are you guys continuing to walk? Are you saying this as you're going by him?
I'm saying this as I approach him.
Oh, okay.
We're all whispering, kind of glancing at you and how tall is that hat?
Ryan, these guys look like they have lots of money and are not your typical Barovians. They appear to, especially since there are demi-humans around them like dwarfs, which you don't commonly see here. How very interesting and intriguing that is.
I guess as you guys come into vision, he calls out, "Hello, friends. How are you today?"
Well, that was awkward.
Have you ever noticed that every time we meet somebody who calls us friends, they usually end up dead?
Or defected.
Or they just run away.
I love how you guys
Hello,
are
Mr.
All right.
Mr. Monocle.
Are you also fleeing from the village, from the ravages of STRAHD?
Well, since you can't really flee from STRAHD here, we're kind of just biding our time to our death.
I'm afraid so might these other people as well. Do you need direction to anywhere? I can help. I've been around here for a long time.
Yes. Do you happen to have a map or description of the entire southern part of Barovia?
Yes.
Micah? Yes.
Really? Hey guys, he knows southern Barovia. I don't think we've been there yet.
Wow, that's really interesting. Do you know of any points of interest? Or how to get there?
Why, yes, I do. I guess when you say points of interest, there's many interesting things in Barovia. What might you be looking for?
Well,
I don't trust
anything
that
south
answer.
of this
What
road.
is-
Really.
Yes, outside of the winery, we really don't know of anything of Barovia south of Valakai.
All right, Micah, I might need some help. We didn't get the sync on everything that we had planned to. So I'm gonna need your help on what I'm
You're
hearing.
going the right direction. It's just you might need more context. Like you would know a little bit. You know that there's a windmill out there, basically a mill, that's been out there for a long time. You hear there's some strange things that happen there, and most people avoid it. But it's been a point of interest for folks that look like these people. What do you mean, you people? No, I mean you people. There's as far as other areas. Hold on, stand by. As far as other areas, yeah, I mean, you know that the Luna Lake is south of where they are, the Takora Pass up into the Mount Ganges regions, that there is a place there that is referred to, that was some kind of cultish temple that was located south of there, that was inside the mountain areas in the Mount Ganges regions to the south, south of Luna Lake. You know that there's a kind of a pass that many adventurers have gone through, heading south towards Luna Lake over Mount Ganges. Anyway, that in general, you know there's all sorts of interesting places. There's a place called Yestra Hill that exists. Apparently, it's some place that a lot of druids like to spend. Place that's south of the winery. So yeah, given you feel like if they gave you any kind of context, or like, hey, we're looking for a place that would do this X, Y, and Z thing, that you probably find some ancient thing. So there's ruined mansions around. There's all sorts of places around Barovia that you have general knowledge about.
All right. Well, I guess in the interest of not just saying that over, I say those things. Which sounds the most interesting to you?
Well, we're hey guys, aren't we going to the winery?
Yeah, that was our next stop.
Well, he says that Druid Hill is south of the winery. I don't think we've actually gone there.
Yeah, I don't remember hearing about it before. Maybe we should check it out. But the last time we met some druids, it didn't go over very well.
Oh yeah, we were also younger and inexperienced.
And I guess, Micah, do you want me to roll a history check on what additional information I know about that place, or what do you want me to do?
What, the winery? Or where are you wanting to go?
No, the Druid Hill.
The Druid Hill?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can roll a quick door.
16.
You know that it's like one of those places that's themed to be like a natural place of where power gathers, kind of like ley lines intersect, and so It's been known that that's where druidic, powerful druidic magic is done. Kind of a thing.
All right. I guess, is there any other rumors that I've heard about it?
No, not really. Other than people shouldn't, it's not a place that common folks should go.
All right.
The druids
Well,
of
adventure.
Barovia, the druids of Barovia are not necessarily, your friendly nature, hippie huggy druids.
Yeah. You folks don't look like you're from around here, but the Druidic Hill is a place of power where many druidic rites are performed. They are maybe not the most friendly bunch, but they mean no harm. Or, well, I don't know. I don't know if I should say that last part. I don't know what I know about the druids, Micah.
Keep going, you're fine.
Alright. But they are just to the south of the winery. If you like, I can go with you and show you the way. I guess. Oh wait. Is the general populace kind of out? Is the stream of people kind of ending?
Yeah. I mean, it's just random here and there. Many of them look like they're trying to take shelter now that they feel like they're far enough away from Krezk.
Lucian's gonna look around. Wherever we're going, we need to go fast.
Yeah, so I suggest we just head straight towards the winery until we get there. We can seek shelter there for the rest of the night if need be.
You also get a good drink.
And a good nap for
Right, Bruin?
a nap.
That's right.
Well, I don't know who you are, Mr. Monocle Man. What's your name?
Oh, forgive me. I am Odo Kent. I have been around for many years. Born in Barovia. Never have managed to leave quite yet. But I have been to many places, seen wondrous things, and I believe I could help direct you to these druids. And in fact, I even know some of the family members that created the winery. Perhaps I could introduce you. It's been owned by that family for generations.
Well, yes, we've probably met a few of them already, so feel free to join us.
All right, well then let us go.
So you guys are gonna travel?
Yep, let's head south towards the winery with our cool cart.
Away from the hordes that want to kill us.
Alright, cool. I was sending Ryan some information so that I wouldn't have...
I'm curious to see if this guy has a better path. So I let him lead.
Okay, so you guys let him lead?
Because, we know the way, but we want to see if he knows.
He does. He leads quite well. He's taking you directly to the winery in the most direct path possible. And in fact, he there's a couple of times where he kind of glances up to the stars, into the sun, into the moon, or up to the sky, and he looks and feels a tree limb and basically goes, "We need to wait here for like 30 minutes." And the thing that's really interesting or peculiar is that normally you guys run into things, and the travel to the wineries, you guys get there without really anything ill happening, which is odd for you guys in traveling in Barovia. So it takes
this guy really knows his stuff.
Takes you a little bit longer, but all in all, it feels like it was worth it.
I mean, is it really longer if there's no unexpected stops?
What's that?
Is it really longer if there are no unexpected stops?
Oh, well. True, but, usually even though combat takes forever in this system, it's still pretty light. Sorry. It's the combat itself is fast. Is I guess what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Krezek to the winery.
As we walk, I look over. I'm constantly looking around, right? Because we're expecting something to happen.
Yeah, sure.
And every time we pause, I look at him like, what is he doing?
Yep.
Old man's trick. Pay it no mind. If you've been around as long as I have, you need to learn these things. Otherwise, you don't survive long.
So almost 2 hours later, you guys kind of arrive at the winery, and it's dark. There's, you know, it's still the middle of the night. There doesn't appear to be, you know, much going on there. There's maybe a couple of the outside lanterns lit, but it's probably 3 or 4 hours before daylight.
Do they still have that large area to pull the wagon into?
Oh yeah.
I guess let's start by parking the wagon there.
Alright, let's park the wagon and try and sleep.
It's a familiar garage.
So
This
like,
is the garage where we fell off the second story, right? Fell
Yes.
into the wagon.
Correct.
Aye, it is.
I unconsciously rubbed my back. I remember that.
So you guys like knock at the door, or what's your plan of attack? Because
Well,
it looks like
we open the. Is the barn open? Is the garage open?
No, it's barred.
Okay. So yes, we door.
You don't get a lot immediate response.
They're probably just asleep in there. Knock a little louder.
yeah, I knock a little bit louder. It's a big winery.
Your passive perceptions, your spider senses tingle, and that all of a sudden you kind of look up, and up from the windows above, you see some crossbows sticking out at you, and Davian peeks his head out and he goes, "Ugh! Who is it this hour of the night? What do you want?"
We apologize for the late hour. It wasn't our intention. We just came from Krezek, and the whole town evacuated in an emergency. And
Krezek has fallen.
To what?
So we meant to come in the morning, but we have a delivery
Who?
of wine barrels. But again, sorry for the late hour.
Go downstairs. Open the door. Let them in. So you hear the bar open, and Davian and his son-in-law is there, and they kind of let you in and help you pull the wagon in, that kind of thing. But they do not seem to be super. Yeah, Davian's just kind of like, "So, let me make sure you guys remember what Davian looks like." Like, "So, you said Krezek has fallen."
Aye. By you know who.
You. What? You didn't lead him here, did you? My God.
No.
How can you be sure?
If anything, I imagine he's following the much larger crowd of people heading towards Malachi.
Gosh. Is he angry? Why? What caused him to go after Krezk has been such
Can we talk inside instead of outside? Because this story's going to take some time, and I'd rather do it sitting down with the...
Do come inside. I'm sorry. Pardon for my rudeness.
Oh. It'd be easier to talk to you and tell you the story if we were at a table.
Sure. Everything is fine, though. Wait, please, come in. Come. Wife! Jeez,
Can you open up the garage? We need to put the wagon in.
I thought I told you they opened it up and helped you bring it in. Sorry. Trying to find the deal. So yeah, they get the wagon in, they close the doors behind you. You see them put a big bar of wood behind it to brace it, and they take you into the kitchen. I'm trying to find the winery map. Okay, so you guys are inside and they're making you some food.
So yes, there seemed to be an interesting plot going on in Krezk.
What do you mean?
Mastermind by the bishop there.
The bishop?
Well, he was called the abbot. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Oh, sorry. The abbot, not the bishop.
No, I can't say that I am aware of who that is. But what happened? Tell me, please.
Well, the abbot is a... What?
They put wine and cheese out in front of you, that kind of thing.
Well, it seems that there was a man there called the abbot who had extraordinary magical gifts. He even resurrected the Burgermeister's son from death.
You see him spit on the ground. There's no such thing as resurrection in Barovia.
Well, it happens, but he in order to repay him, the Burgermeister's wife had to fetch him a wedding dress, and we assisted her with that because we sympathized with her son coming back. And when we came back with the dress, we found an old friend of ours was there named Irina. She was quite distraught. She said she had escaped from STRAHD, and she seemed like she was trying to end her life. And we tried to prevent her from doing such a thing. And eventually she was kidnapped by one of STRAHD's servants and taken up to the abbey where the abbot lives, and we discovered that he's working for STRAHD, and STRAHD took our friend Irina with him, and basically it was made known to the townsfolk and the Burgermeister that he was there, and he called for an evacuation of the whole town. And they were afraid because STRAHD was there. The panic ensued. And that's how we ended up here, after the town was evacuated.
I see. Well, what is your intention then? Did you come here seeking refuge? I'm afraid there's not much to give. If you draw STRAHD's attention here, there's not much we could do.
We aren't here for refuge, sir. We are here for shelter. But you also, as we encountered before, you happen to know the crows, the werecrows.
Yes. That's true, but who is this person that travels with you? A Barovian. Look at his skin.
This person is he claims he's from Barovia.
As far as we know, he is not but a navigator.
Ordo Kent? Is that his name? Ordo Kent?
I am Odo. A pleasure to meet your acquaintance. He goes into a deep bow, removing his ridiculous top hat.
Welcome, Odo, but apparently you trust him? The ravens, as you speak of, is not something that we speak of openly, especially to Barovians, as many of the Barovians are really just replications of him. Or lost souls.
It'd help if I'm not muted. No, I don't trust him. And our elf friend blabs a story every time she gets a chance, so...
I see.
This man just asked us what happened. We know him. We trust him.
I don't know him.
Yes, we met him before we joined up with you. But
Well, you have to understand, our elf friend really, really likes people.
I see.
If they have an honest face, you immediately fall, like, basically trust them.
Well,
Unquestionably.
I would rather
It's a character flaw.
I would rather not speak of such things in front of one that is not trusted, unless you agree to kill him if he betrays you, or betrays the knowledge that I was to depart.
The were-ravens? Oh, those are. Oh, sorry, I'm not using the right. I'm trying to figure out the voice. The were-ravens. They have been around for centuries. They're not friends or under the control of STRAHD, and not easily influenced. They are almost as old as the land. Micah, I'm just gonna make stuff up for lore. Just tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah. Well, you certainly know more than the average Barovian, but you wouldn't know a were-raven if they've seen you. But anyway, yes, I don't know what more to tell you on the topic with this person. The rest of you.
Well, the main reason we came by.
If you prefer, I can wait I can wait outside.
It's up to your friends.
Well,
I just
go ahead.
I just met you outstanding adventurers this afternoon. I completely understand if I have not gained your trust yet. You would not be wise to trust people you meet on the road in Barovia. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been alive this long, I'm assuming.
Or lucky.
Or lucky.
Some of you. I mean, some of you.
I will wait outside while you guys discuss what you need to. Come get me if you're ready, and I can show you the way to the Druidic Circle.
The Druidic Circle? Certainly you do not intend to go there.
well, sir, what do you know about it?
Only that it is a damned place. The druids of the land, and you know who controls the land, don't you? What good could you hope to find at Yester Hill?
We aren't looking for good.
Well, you
We're looking for-
not find any.
Odo walked out. He's not in the room, by the way.
Okay.
We're looking for strong allies, artifacts, anything against STRAHD.
Artifacts.
Yes, Odo told us it was a place of power. We thought it was worth checking out.
I have never
Any
ventured
place
there
is better than
myself.
hanging, is that
as
correct?
I would know better, but I suppose if you're going to go, I wish you the best of luck and safety.
Well, it is our intention to eventually get out of this land, and marching from one place to another doesn't seem to be making our odds of that any better, so we're going to start searching actively for things that might help in that endeavor.
If you say.
But Our main reason for stopping by today is to drop off the barrels so that you can use them as you see fit, and to have a place not outside to stay long enough to sleep before leaving in the morning.
Very well. Good luck.
Could you
And by the way,
point us in the direction of where do they hang out around this area?
I speak for them.
Then has the clan, what do you call yourself? Family?
We're a
Units?
gaggle.
Order?
We're a murder.
Well, then I suppose, does your kind or your friends have information about STRAHD over a generation?
Sorry, ask the question again, my friend.
We wish to know if there is a behavior that STRAHD performs over the last years or so. If your kind remember it or pass this information down generations, that could help us, lead us in a correct direction to feed STRAHD.
There are ancient stories of items long past that hold certain sway over the STRAHD, the items of his past, items of his person, that have long since been hidden away. The Ravens themselves know very little. We are more in the game of survival and subterfuge, not necessarily seeking out his demise directly.
Do you know what these items might be?
I do not, off the face of my head, only that these relics exist.
One of our compatriots that is no longer with us mentioned a sun sword. Do you know what this is or heard of it?
I do not know of the Sun Sword. Only that it sounds powerful.
We don't know. All we know is if there's a name. We don't even know if it's real.
I mean, this makes me think about the fortune teller's fortune. Didn't she mention something about a weapon against STRAHD?
She did, but honestly, I don't remember.
I got notes. She mentioned a weapon in the mountains, in a white tower.
In the mountains in a white tower. I'm afraid I'm not good at these type of things. There are others that are known to know the lore of the land better than I, that perhaps could tell you more.
Ooh.
Who might we ask?
I do not know. Just that there are those that have sought. There are those. How do I say, Van Richten? There are some others here that have sought out how to destroy STRAHD and would know more specifically. How do you say more specifically what they what may exist here that could weaken him. Van Helsing, I believe, is his last name, but I have not seen him for quite some time.
What about this Von Richten person? We've heard his name before. Do you know where we might find him?
I do not. He travels in secret. He's been hell-bent on the destruction of the Vistani and travels under some kind of disguise. I have not seen him for quite some time.
You're speaking of the master to Esmeralda.
Yes, that's the one.
My memory serves, his name is Rudolph van Rick.
Yes, but I believe that's an alias that he uses. I believe his true name is Helsing.
Yeah, interesting.
Well, he's definitely someone that I would like to talk to at one point.
Good luck finding him.
I believe we may have found him once. That man that was in the tavern acting strangely had a big wagon filled with things. Had bars on it. Remember we described that wagon that had the bars on it? That had the reinforced bars and the door.
Did it also have like an animal inside of it?
We thought maybe it was an animal, but who knows what it could be, actually? We never get to actually see it.
I think this is the first time actually hearing about this, so I'm just like, yeah, it
was in Valakai.
Like, you guys don't tell me shit.
On our first visit to Valakai,
remember this in a past life?
We found the wagon. It was in the market square, being guarded by Tuvestan. They were trying to hawk silverware.
I certainly hope it wasn't in that wagon that blew up that one time.
No, that's a different wagon. It's really a shame that that thing blew up. Can you imagine rolling that thing into STRAHD's castle and blowing it up inside? That would have been much more effective.
That would have been so cool.
That would have been interesting.
But knowing STRAHD, I'm sure his castle would build itself. Like that damn house.
Like to roll that wagon right up onto its face, explode it.
Talk a big game.
It does. It does make me wonder if STRAHD would be able to survive that.
Are we gonna have another thermal detonator conversation? Sorry, that's an inside joke.
It's my next character, it's a Savrip.
Yeah, if STRAHD's a Savrik, I'm just gonna.
Well, I wish I could be of more use. Your poor friend outside is certainly getting cold. You're welcome to take in the spare rooms here. I'm afraid I don't have enough beds for all of you, but you can share rooms as you so desire. There's 2 spare upstairs.
Any empty spot that's warm and not outside is perfect for us.
You can sleep here on the floor if you wish, or hay outside, or upstairs, and there's 1 room available.
I don't need a room. Just a nice chair will suffice for me.
Very well. As you wish. Are you going to just have your friend wait outside?
No, we should bring him back in. Maybe he knows something about the Sun Sword.
I have much work to do.
Yeah, we'll talk to him downstairs.
Must retire for the evening. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you again for sheltering us.
I thought you didn't need refuge. I'm just kidding. I kid. I'm sorry.
I said shelter.
Okay.
Odo, you can come back in now.
Are you done discussing what needed to be discussed?
Yes, for the evening anyway.
It's time to retire. I'm beat.
And in the morning, Noto, I'd like to ask you what else you might know about things in this land.
Oh, I know plenty about this land. I've wandered it for what seems like lifetimes. But we can wait until tomorrow if you prefer.
You know what we should do? We should get gravestones.
Why?
Why?
Well, we're starting our own cemetery outside. We might as well get gravestones for our guys.
Well, we burn them on fire, and they get an epic send out on my trumpet. Except for King, because he's a betrayer and he doesn't get one.
We haven't had the trumpet in a while. So everybody,
That's a good thing.
Everybody's getting ready to bed down and sleep for the night.
Yeah, but Odo's gonna like build a bed from like broken wine barrels or whatever he can find with his wood crafting tools. What do you want me to roll for that?
Yeah, just unless you're gonna take 20 and not really get much sleep and just focus on making a bed.
I mean, is 20 minutes gonna really cost you that much?
No, take 20 as your roll.
Oh,
It would take me 8 hours.
oh, no. I mean, he's good. He just built a bed. As good of a quality as you
Let's
can
see
do
how
it.
well you do.
All right. But I have proficiency with all tools, but my performance is -1.
I'm sure.
I'll
I'm
roll-
confident
I'll
it
roll
will
it.
go well for you.
Oh, I didn't
Nothing
add
wrong can
proficiency,
happen.
so that's +6.
Which the roll is. Sorry, I don't have
17. So 23.
23. Yeah, you actually fashioned together a fairly sturdy and what appears to be comfortable bed. The envy of anybody who's just sitting in a solid ridged-back chair right now. And there's one bed upstairs, so who's taking the bed upstairs?
Bruin will if no one else volunteers.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if no one else is taking it, Lucian will plop in and go, shoot yourselves.
I don't sleep, and then I just kind of like stare intently at the wall.
I'm gonna go downstairs. Is there guards here, or is just everybody
No.
asleep?
Everybody's asleep.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go downstairs into the basement,
Okay.
and I'm gonna peruse the wine that's down there.
You do find a couple of really dusty bottles that appear to be the lost vintage. You know, the one that they said they haven't been able to make for a long time.
Well, what I'm looking for is perhaps anything that might be.
No, stop. Good night.
Sorry, guys. Good night, son. I love you. Sleep good. Alright. Continue.
And I'm looking for anything historical. Maybe
Okay.
wine from outside or the area or.
Not really. I mean, you just see a bunch of older bottles that looks like they were done a long time ago. And then the rest of the wine stores actually look they've been pretty well depleted. So the basement appears to have, it's been actively used, but it appears to not have the normal stores that it should have in it, if you know what I mean.
Right. I guess I'm looking for anything hidden.
Well, not really anything hidden, and the back is... Hold on a second, guys. Okay, hold on a second.
And the minions of STRAHD fight.
Okay. Alright, sorry about that. Okay, so there's obviously the secret room that kind of goes back in there, but that's kind of where that kind of Rare Raven area was, that little altar deal or whatever it was, if you recall. Trying to pull up the exact language, but that's the only thing that's really secretive, right, about the whole thing. Can y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And before Odo goes to bed, he's going to cast Alarm as a ritual on, I guess, both the doors.
Okay.
To this place.
Let me find the language there for you. On the winery.
I can.
No, you're fine, Ryan. You're good. I'm talking about what? Ken's character's doing. Sorry. We're having a split back and forth here. Okay. So yeah, so basically the wire, wooden pillars and beams support the 10-foot high ceilings of the ice-cold cellar, which is split into 2 by 2 5-foot thick brick walls. Thin mist covers the floor. Each half of the cellar features an 8-foot tall wooden partition that doubles as a wine rack. The western rack stands empty, but the eastern one is half filled with wine bottles. The area that you go back into takes a minute to push open the secret door, and you're greeted, which was already open. Blast of cold air. Dark tunnel stretches to 15 feet, ending in an archway beyond which lies a shallow cave. There's a bunch of brown mold covering the floor and stuff.
All right.
No one decided to go play with the mold. You're welcome to. But there's not really anything of note. In the basement.
Okay. If I find nothing, then I'll go up to the second floor and then a little space above the wagon.
Okay. And time passes. Hold on a second. Yes. And time passes, and morning comes. That was my impression.
Should we set this as a long rest then? For just our pages?
No, you're not getting a long rest out of this unless you guys want to sleep through half the day.
What about me? I get 4 hours.
Yeah, you
Has it been at least 4 hours though?
I will not be waking up. I will, in fact, be getting a rest if I'm not disturbed.
Yep, full rest for me too.
Okay.
Me too.
So
I don't mind living in the afternoon.
yeah, so basically it rolls around to about noon when you guys are fully rested and wake up.
Yay.
Oh, I feel better.
I guess as you guys wake up, you notice Odo is already up and has, I guess I will say attempted, because I haven't rolled yet, to build a very nice kitchen table, and is currently playing chess with himself at it.
All right, make it.
You want me to roll another?
Yes. What, did you not sleep?
I mean, he's not as tired. I mean, he's not as tired as anyone else. But
Why did you not travel overnight with these guys and not
No, he
sleep the same
traveled.
amount of
I mean, I'm assuming he's not as tired because he just hasn't been doing anything strenuous
No,
recently.
you're tired. You didn't get the full
Okay.
sleep. You didn't get the full rest. You're just like any other PC. You don't get special privileges.
No, I just saying he didn't do it. But yeah, okay. He woke up earlier than everyone else, even if that's at the cost of a full rest, because he's just doing that old people thing where they just wake up really early for some reason.
Okay.
So, and then he started to make a table with whatever that was. So,
all right.
That's a 24.
Yep, it's a fairly nice. It actually, the table that's been in there for generations, that's been like looking shitty, is actually you've made a nicer table than what they had. So, looks nice.
All right. Cool.
Really nice.
Well, he's playing chess at it.
Okay.
By himself.
That's a strange game to play by yourself. But it's all right.
Okay, well, Nyla's gonna sit across from him, I guess. She got questions.
A elf who likes to share everything sits down at your table.
Sorry.
Good morning. I don't think I got your name yesterday.
My name's Nyla Summerlane.
Well, nice to meet you again, Nyla. How are you feeling this morning?
What are the rest of you doing while they're starting to engage in this conversation?
Well, I only slept for 4 hours, so they might not even be up.
Well, he's tinkering with this table then and hasn't built it if you're going in before everybody else is awake.
All right.
Then we're sleeping.
Sitting there building a table.
I'm just watching him build a table then.
Okay, you watch him for like 4 hours.
What else am I gonna do? There was some ancestral praying out like when
Ancestral what?
Ancestral praying.
No. But that's like 15 minutes. So now we're just now I'm just gonna interrogate him, so I need to know that.
Oh, good interrogating, damn it.
So Odo, you say you've lived in Barovia your whole life?
Yes.
And where's your family at?
Oh, they passed away, victims of STRAHD. Curse his name.
I'm sorry to hear that. A lot of good people have died of STRAHD.
None more so than me. I miss them dearly. I'm afraid they are bound to this land as so many others are.
Well, if it brings me any comfort, one of our goals is to defeat him and free all the souls that are trapped here.
Do you have the ability to do so?
Perhaps not this time, but that is why we are seeking allies and anything we can use against him.
Well, there are plenty of potential allies in Barovia, but there are not many as brave as you that are willing to stand up to him.
Thank you. It's been a long road overall.
Well, I would like to be of service to you and your party in any way I can. We do not encounter many adventurers, so I always do what I can to help them whenever I encounter them. Is there anything I can do to be of assistance?
Well, we did hear about one thing at this time. Have you ever heard of the Sun Sword?
Why, yes, I have heard of the Sun Sword. I have spent a while studying the relics of this land, attempting to gain all the knowledge that I can. The Sun Sword. The Sun Sword is a legendary weapon, once owned by Sergei von Zarovich, STRAHD's brother. It had a platinum hilt and guard, and a thin crystal blade strong as steel. The books make many mentions of it whenever you can find them. But I guess, Micah, I'm gonna need your help here. Have I heard of it recently?
No.
Okay, but I haven't heard of it in many years.
Do you have any idea where it could be?
Micah, I'm assuming the answer to that is no?
Nope. its current location?
Not unfortunately, no.
Only
I feel like I'm.
If only somebody would have had their fortunes read, that could perhaps, I don't know.
I feel like I am close. I just need one more hint, and I could perhaps locate it. If you're looking for artifacts to help you in your fight, I know of many. There is the Helm of Brilliance, the holy symbol of Ravenkind, the Tome of STRAHD, where he details the tragic tale of his fallen state, the Wand of Secrets. There are many items in this land that I know of, but I feel that I am just inches away from being able to find. If you notice, I am a collector of fine items, and as you he shows you his breastplate, shield, and staff, which have been tinkered with and look more powerful than average, I guess.
Wow, I've never heard of any of these items before. I have an idea where one of them might be.
Where the what might be?
Where one of them might be.
Which one?
I can't say for certain. I assumed it was the Sun Sword. I just knew that it was a weapon of some kind.
Where do you think it might be, and why do you think it might be there? Sun Sword has been lost for as long as I remember.
Well, it's shameful personally to me to admit it, but I let a old Vistani woman read my fortune, and she read the fortunes for our entire party at the time. And she mentioned something about a weapon in the mountains. So that is where I think something might be there.
Micah, can you check Discord real quick?
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Vistani's reading fortunes. I do know that some Vistani have been blessed by sight, but I have always been under the impression those with said sight have been blessed by STRAHD himself. Their fortunes might be true, but you must be careful of who else knows this information.
Yes, I didn't even believe it myself, but we're kind of grasping at straws here at this point.
And Micah, what I know of what you said is the site typically true? Like, is it real?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, the site is a very powerful thing. I have heard most of the predictions are accurate. Or real.
Well, I guess there is no harm in at least checking on this place in the mountains. If it's not there, there might be something.
And then Micah, what do I know about just any interesting places in the mountains? Is there
There's
many?
The temple.
The temple. Do I know what it's called?
Yep.
No, I don't. Sorry, I can't hear you over the music.
Yes, you do.
Sorry, I haven't had the chance to read every single thing on that list you sent.
Well, then what are you doing? Damn it.
There's spoilers all over this thing. I'm trying not to read the spoilers.
Don't read the spoilers.
It's hard.
What do we keep you around for, really?
The sun.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Does the first letter start with an A?
Yes, it does.
Ah, that must be the Ember Temple. That is, and do I know the information the blurb about what it says here?
Yep.
Okay. That is the dark dungeon that STRAHD gave himself over to the dark powers.
Allegedly.
That sounds like a terrifying.
Allegedly.
Well, that makes it sound completely terrifying.
I can't imagine it to be a safe place. I have stayed away from it in all my years.
Sadly, I don't think we'll have much of a choice but to at least visit at one point and to see what we can possibly find there. I don't imagine it'll be a pleasant trip, though.
Certain death, small chance of success. What are we waiting for?
Oh, Bruin, you're awake.
And everybody wakes up and goes downstairs. All right, yay!
Yeah.
Well, I guess now, since we're all awake, if we're ready to head to the Yester Hill, best get a move on before it's already so late in the day. Best leave now if we plan on going there.
Alright.
Alright, well, I will let you guys catch up, but we're going to take a momentarily pause so that I can get my kid to bed, who's being disobedient, and take care of the dog. So probably 10 minutes from now, we shall resume.